going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Viall Reality Recap Edition. I'm your host, Nick, joined by my wife. We are finally at the lake.
Or heaven.
Or heaven, yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, we look like we're in heaven. This is going to be our future studio. Yes, we built a studio in the house that we built at the lake.
It's going to be green. It's going to look very much like the LA one. You're going to be like, oh my God, where are they? We don't even know. We can't tell the difference.
Can't tell the difference, but we're making it work today. And like every day, we're just trying to survive. But it's really a dream to be finally here at the lake. It's pretty much done. It's like 90% done.
The outside isn't fully, they're still like,
we were like, we don't care. We're coming up.
Yeah.
Well, what was your first reaction walking in that it's been so long? You guys have been waiting for this forever. It's exciting. Take my breath away. This is exactly what I picked out.
Well, every day we had our parents send us pictures because they've been kind of managing the project. It's been weird because we were up here for Christmas and we haven't been up here since. And we basically left for Christmas and then they started construction a few weeks later. We haven't been back, and then it's a whole brand new house. And so it's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
It's stunning. It looks incredible.
Natalie, were you running around being like, oh my God, yes, this looks exactly how I thought?
Yeah, last night after Nick was putting River down, and I kind of just walked around and opened all the drawers and looked at all the, handles and pulls on the drawers and the cabinets and, all the little details that I thought were just whatever, throw this in there. And it's no, this is actually every little piece matters, and
they put some of the hardware in the kitchen this morning. I don't know if you noticed, but they look really good. Natalie did a lot of the interior design on all the finer details, the cabinets, the hardware, just the love. That was all Natalie. I basically came up with the layout design. So it's surreal for it to come together.
How does it feel to be able to walk into this vision that you've had for so long?
It's great.
Now it's today we're moving in. So today it's now the vision of all the furniture that we've all the mood boards and all the AI mocking up Photoshop, whatever, rug and couch on top of this with these side tables or those side tables. Now we're going to see all of that in real life, which is going to be crazy.
Someday we will share it all with y'all. We don't know when, but soon. We're going to enjoy it for a moment, but we got to get this show on the road because we do have to go move into our house and really start enjoying it.
We also have a jam-packed episode.
Jam-packed episode. As always, we got some great guests. Chris Klemens returns to the show to talk some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and that gout-sucking dick. It's wild and wacky. It's fun. It's with Chris Klemens. He's here. And after Chris, we have Alexia Nepola from the Real Housewives of Miami talking about this season, what's going on, what we can expect from the reunion and the finale, all your burning questions regarding Alexia and the rest of the women from the Real Housewives of Miami. She answers those questions. And then we have Madison Pettis with us, who is in the movie The Wrong Paris. And if you are a Bachelor fan, I'm sure you've probably already seen it. It's streaming now on Netflix, a movie about being on The Bachelor. It's like a little Love Island, little Bachelor. It's like a movie about reality TV. Very meta for all of you reality TV fans out there. Madison is with us to talk about that experience and so much more. So lots to get into this episode, as always. And if you haven't listened to the Going Deeper episode with Teresa Giudice, it is
explosive.
It's jaw-dropping. It covers all of your questions. Will she be back? What's going on with her family? Honestly, I really enjoyed that conversation with Teresa. I didn't know what I thought about Teresa before we shot the episode, but I really enjoyed that conversation. It really just made me see her in a new light, let's just say. And I really enjoyed that conversation. She's also on Special Forces with her daughter Gia, so we talk about that as well, but we really get into the nitty-gritty about her entire career as a housewife, what's going on with her family. You will not want to miss it. We also had the premiere of the Golden Bachelor last night. Mel Owen? Is it Owens? Owen? Doesn't matter. Either way, he really shit on podcasts last night. I was really, basically, if you haven't heard, the Golden Bachelor, it is a show about the golden years of one's life. If you're a widow or a widower, for people in their early 60s, sometimes 70s, truly, what we love so much about season 1 of The Golden Bachelor is that, truly a lot of people do literally die of loneliness, right? And this is a show that reminds people, for people of that age and for younger people, that there are a lot of wonderful people at this age level who still like have a lot to live for and still have a lot of ambitions and want to go out and find love. And then they find this Golden Bachelor. He's a former football player, played with the pros. He played for Michigan. He went on a football podcast and he was like, yeah, I only date young women.
Yeah.
He's like, I want him in my 40s.
Yeah.
I want him in the 40s. No old hips. So anyways, a big controversy. We thought maybe they were going to replace the guy. It's just like, how can you Natalie and I are hosting a new show on Netflix called Age of Attraction that is ageless dating coming in 2026, I believe. We don't really know when the exact date when it's coming out. I think 2026. I think it's going to be great. But that seems like a show for Mel Owens. I feel like they maybe should have had him on there. But this is the show where, they're only going to be casting 60 and 70-year-old people.
Yeah. Find a guy that wants that.
The show started off, he's like, I did a podcast and I said some wrong things. as if like going on podcasts is where you say, he blamed podcasting. I was offended. And then that was like 30 seconds later, he's like, all right, let's meet the women.
It really made me laugh how much they talked about him and his little podcast that he did. The way he was like, this is not like reflective of who I am. People say dumb shit on a podcast and all the women were like, you're so right.
Yeah.
And it seems so PR. It seems so like PR. Like his whole little speech that he had, I was like, wow, that's crazy that you came up with this on the spot, Mel. Good job.
We coming up shortly, we have the Mint Mobile Hot Take Hotline where we get to hear your burning hot takes. But my burning hot take from this episode is that the fact that they didn't replace Mel, who seems like a good-looking guy, seems nice. I don't even fault him for wanted to date someone a bit younger than him. I mean, who am I to judge? But like what we loved about the Golden Bachelor was that we, in the age of reality TV, that we have a hard time believing people's genuineness when it comes to finding love on TV. And when you had like season 1 of the Golden Bachelor, you believed it. You believed that these people that they casted really came for this, this second lease on life. And to your point, Mary, it was like, oh, they're just here for TV because the women were like, yeah, we don't give a fuck, I don't care what he said.
I would have some questions, you know?
Like, yeah, there are a couple like simple questions, but most of them like, yeah, whatever. He said some stuff. Am I still on the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, to me, I felt like it was a little refreshing to have the women be like, well, people do say things, but it's about when you like meet them and learn who they are that like that's how you judge them. Because maybe sure it was fake and shallow, but to me, I was like, that's like a new, fresh perspective we don't see.
I guess
nowadays.
Maybe it's just like his ex-wife's a bit younger. He was very clear about his age preferences. It's hard to believe that he's genuinely interested in these women based off what he said. So it's like,
yeah, no, I think to Justin's point that I don't think it really changed necessarily my perspective on the women because it's like you got cast, you still want to do this experience. I feel like for Golden Bachelor especially, so much of that experience is like putting yourself out there and like meeting these other women that are all kind of like on similar journeys to you. And I think it can like what always was meaningful to me about Golden Bachelor specifically was to see all of these women interact with each other and like build friendships more so than the romance between like the Bachelor and the women. At the same time, Mel just seems disingenuous.
That's what I'm saying. And I want to be clear. I don't fault any of the women for still going on the show. It's an amazing opportunity. When Natalie's mom was thinking about going on, I was like, listen, like, I don't know if you're going to find love or not, but like you're going to meet friends and you might get to travel and it's going to be really cool. I'm just saying from an optics standpoint, the fact that they stuck with this guy, like it just makes it harder to buy, They didn't do themselves any favors. Because of what he said and to gloss over it. It's just like, oh man, we had this one show where we believed everyone was here for love, And I don't know anymore. But who did we love? Who did we love of the women?
They got rid of one of my favorites.
Who is it?
Diane.
My favorite was Andra. When he got rid of Andra, I was like, okay.
This hockey playing, hiking, like I'm just
librarian,
like, this is why I love this show too, is because it's like, I just turned 35 and I'm like, obviously I have some like benchmarks that I want to hit, but I'm like, there is like this weird looming fake thing over your head that's like, as I get older, that like life is over or that like I'm going to fall into some sort of like monotonous thing. And I'm like, these people are out here living life more than I am to some extent. So I'm like, it's so exciting to watch.
Shout out to Peg, the bomb squad.
I can't stand her.
That was insane. That was awesome.
Why do you have such a hard opinion about any of them, Sierra?
I don't know. It's just too much. It was just too much for me.
It was the producers,
and Nicole,
though. It had to be the producers for Peg. And Nicole, girl.
That pool party.
The third time she did it, I was like, okay.
We're doing too much.
But I respect it, honestly, Papa.
I do feel like, who was the woman he was talking about who, like, grew up going to Rams games and stuff?
Oh,
and she was like, I didn't really watch the football.
Her nephew is the baseball player.
Yeah, that seems to me like she's gonna go far. They had instant chemistry.
Is she the one who's Freddie Freeman's manager?
Each other.
Yeah, she's his manager, but also his aunt.
Amy?
Carol.
Oh, Carol.
Yeah.
Baseball all-star Freddie Freeman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do see Carol. Like, they seem like they would make sense in the real world.
I don't know. I just realized that I don't think I can watch this show any longer because I'm a mama's boy, and seeing these moms get their heart broken and sent home, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. After the first one, I was like, this is too much for me. Like, I'm too attached.
I think the thing...
Sweet boy Justin strikes again.
I can't.
I think the thing with Mel is I'm just like, ladies, don't trust him.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's hard to trust the guy. Well,
also, so crazy for a rose ceremony, like where I'm just like, obviously I know it's a show. I was not expecting them to keep them up throughout the next morning.
And then 2 rose ceremonies in one episode too. I was like, whoa.
2 rose ceremonies. And then I was like, when they all came into the mansion, like freaking out, being like, I can't believe we're here. I was like, where did you do the rose ceremony for the last 24 hours?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Sometimes as the Bachelor, you can't send them home fast enough.
Yeah. Nick, what does it feel like as someone who has stood there and watched producers have these women do these silly things?
I will say, like, when I was on the other end, when I was on The Bachelorette and I didn't do any silly things, like, I kind of regret that. Like, you should have fun. You should goof around. It's not meant to be, it's not a reflection of these people's characters. It's just like, I think it's cool that they lean into it. And it was a regret of mine. I think sometimes people are afraid of like looking stupid or us being critics and things like that. But yeah, whatever. So anyways, we'll keep tabs on Mel and the ladies he's pursuing. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out with whoever he picks. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think he's gonna end up with Nicole already. That's my guess.
Which one
from the start?
Nicole?
The one that was making out with him.
Where's she from? Where's she from?
She's the yoga instructor.
How old is she?
Let me see where she's from.
Oh, she's the one. She was giving like West Palm.
She's 64. I think she was from Florida actually.
Yep.
Okay.
Miami Beach maybe.
You think
Miami
Mel's
Beach.
traveling? You think he's going to Florida?
I have a feeling she will relocate.
I think if Mel's gonna go anywhere, he could go to
Florida.
Florida.
True.
Yeah, I think Mel would do incredible in West Palm Beach. I think he would do great in like Naples.
Okay, yeah.
Give him a little Sarasota.
You're right. She's from Miami.
Mm-hmm. Miami. He would eat Miami.
64, giving like 43.
Oh,
She's hot.
yeah.
They're all hot for the record.
Oh my God, the flip flops that man could pop off on the beach. Ooh.
All right, well, we'll keep tabs, and now it's time to hear from you and your hot takes because it's time for the Mint Mobile Hot Take Hotline. But before we get to today's hot takes, a reminder that we want to hear from you, your scorching hot takes as well, and that's why we have partnered with Mint Mobile to open the Hot Take Hotline, where you can leave us a voicemail message and give us your reality TV and pop culture hot takes. All right, well, let's get to the first hot take of the day.
I don't know if everyone else felt the same way, but I do feel like the premiere of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City first episode was probably one of the best ones yet. And I do think that it had to do with Lisa not being there and the women being able to actually be themselves, have fun with each other. It was a really nice one. Also, Tamra, I don't think we need her for Real Housewives of Orange County. Ooh. I don't think she brings anything besides a terrible friendship to the group. And I don't think we need her. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Interesting take. I don't know if I agree. I mean, I agree with the part that it was a great premiere episode.
It was a great first episode, and I agree that I think the women were definitely allowed to be more themselves without Lisa being there.
But Lisa also was the center of attention in episode 1.
Yeah.
Totally. But second episode, having Lisa then in, it just like gave us the explosion that we love in Real Housewives. And
like, I'm not Lisa stan, but we need
means.
her. We want her. We have to have her.
I feel like watching the first episode of Salt Lake City felt like drinking a Red Bull. And then watching this one with Lisa Barlow in it, you're like, oh, this would be incredible if it was a vodka Red Bull.
Also, and then she wants Tamara gone, and for probably the same reason she wants Lisa gone. But like, I mean, you take Lisa off Salt Lake and you take Tamara off of Orange County, and that is a very different show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tamara does bring us the drama. I don't think she's the bestest of friends, but she does bring us.
This isn't House Friends. It's Housewives.
Yeah, she's an entertainer and she's good at her job. And at the end of the day, we would have no storylines without Tamara. And I'm excited to see what she's going to do next season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, listen, if people don't want Tamara on the show, you're going to have to get your other girls to step up.
Yeah. Like, Emily and Gina are not leading the season.
You know, if you don't want Tamara there, fucking bring it.
Well, either way, we appreciate the hot take. Let's get to the second one of the hour.
Hi, my hot take is that the Bachelor franchise is single-handedly ruining or canceling themselves. I feel like most of us are tired of seeing the drama. We are getting zero love story and zero friendships. All we're seeing is drama and people doing each other dirty, and that's not what the Bachelor is for. Save that stuff for all the other new, more raunchy shows. But yeah, I think bring back the original love story that we all tuned in for originally.
Okay.
I think that's less on Bachelor and more on just the contestants. Like, I feel like the contestants these days aren't really coming in it looking genuinely for love.
Yeah, but I do think, I mean, I know that they have dropped the ball in this franchise.
Oh, no.
I mean,
100%.
I think everyone has opinions. Our lovely caller wants more love stories, more friendships. I'm not even sure we're getting much drama. What I know we're not getting is star power. I just don't think we really give a shit about, these stories. Taylor Frankie Paul, she's going to save things. But up until this point, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean, something caused it where I think they just started being
Social
reactive
media.
rather proactive. And they just, I don't know. Like they just, I think, do you have different people doing the shows? I think there's just no synergy. There's no plan. There's no playbook. They have like their old way of doing things, but you have new producers trying to replicate an old playbook. But either way, I think we all agree that it seems to be like a sinking ship, but we'll see. Cross your fingers for Taylor.
I do feel like I used to watch The Bachelor kind of in the idea of like, it just seemed like such an unreal situation that I was like, these people are actually going to end up being engaged at the end of this. Like, this is crazy. And now we don't really have that. I'm like, we can't have like genuine connections, especially with the bringing in of social media as well. I feel like everybody started going on there for followers and endorsements and all of these things that I'm like, yeah, you're not going to get this genuine proposal. And then once people were able to not propose at the end of this whole experience, like that's when it was kind of ruined for me.
Yeah. It's valid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for it. I just hope Taylor saves it.
Do you think she's going to end up engaged at the end of it?
Yeah, she has to. She has to.
She has to.
I think she has to. You don't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got one more.
Hi, this is Mariah. I just wanted to call. It's not really a hot take, but I just wanted to see how excited Nick was about the Packers getting Micah Parsons.
So excited.
I hope you're really excited. And my boyfriend tells me that they're going to have a disgusting defense this year, which I think is good. Anyways, congratulations. Bye.
It is good, and your boyfriend's a keeper. They do have a disgusting defense. It's so good that the Packers, who shit the bed last week, it's very frustrating. Here's a fun number for you. The Packers, they played 3 games. There's 7 teams 7 or 9 teams, I don't know, that are still undefeated. Not the Packers because they choked. But yet the Packers are the only team in the league this year who have not trailed for a second of any game this year, and yet they still lost.
I don't know what any of that means, but like was definitely a sad
Cleveland
loss.
Browns clicked a last-minute field goal. Anyways, that will do it for today's Mint Mobile Hot Take Hotline. If you want to share your scorching hot take, all you gotta do is call 1-855-MINT-TLK, or if you prefer the numbers, it's 1-855-646-8855. And leave us a voicemail. Again, just call 855-MINT-TLK or 855-646-8855 and leave us a message. Quit stalling and start saving when you make the switch. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/VIALL. That's mintmobile.com/VIALL. Upfront payments of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. All right, well, we got a jam-packed episode for you, and it's starting with Chris Klemens to break down the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And after Chris, don't go anywhere because we have Alexia Nepola from the Real Housewives of Miami. And to round things up, Madison Pettis joins the show to talk about her new movie, The Wrong Paris, which is a spoof on reality TV. But let's get to Chris, and that starts now. Well, it's football season, and there's nothing more fun than a game day. And to make it a little bit more enjoyable, we count on Happy Thursdays.
There's nothing that gives me the ick more than when Nick is screaming at the TV, but also when he's burping while doing it. But not with Happy Thursday, because Happy Thursday is no fizz, no bubbles, no carbonation. Happy Thursday is a bubble-free, non-carbonated smack refresher that's 4.4 ABV with a vibrant fruit flavors.
And I have found it's the burps that really get me anxious and a little fired up. And now that I'm less burpy, thanks to Happy Thursday, I'm a little calmer when watching the games, even when my team doesn't catch the ball. They have some great flavors. Everything that Happy Thursday is making is delicious. They have a flavor for everyone. One of the ones I've been drinking a lot of lately is the raspberry dragon fruit, but all of their flavors are delicious.
They also have mango, passion fruit, pineapple star fruit, and strawberry. It's no more thank God it's Friday. It's all about Happy Thursday now. Naturally flavored and non-carbonated, you can pick up a variety pack to find your favorite flavor. Enjoy the game and enjoy no carbonation. It also makes you, like, carbonation makes you feel so bloated and big and just like unhappy and unsettled. Not with Happy Thursday. You feel great, you look great, and you're watching the game. Kick off your game day with Happy Thursday Spike Refresher. To find out more and find a Happy Thursday near you, visit drinkhappythursday.com/VIAL. That's drinkhappythursday.com/VIAL.
Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 plus, contains alcohol. 2025 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer. If your cat could talk, they would tell you that they want a litter upgrade. If you're not buying single-ply toilet paper for yourself, then why are you giving your cat outdated cat litter?
Make their bathroom experience better for both of you with Pretty Litter. It's soft on their paws, stays fresher longer, and is easy to maintain. Not just a pretty litter. Pretty Litter is nice on the eyes, but it is so much more than that. Pretty Litter helps monitor your cat's health, testing acidity and alkalinity levels and the visible presence of blood in your cat's urine. Pretty Litter ships free right to your door, so no heavy bags to carry, and no last-minute pet store runs. Pretty Litter crystals are safe for cats and people alike. Advanced odor control means your home smells like a home, not a litter box. The ultra-absorbent formula uses less material than clay litter, reducing waste and saving money. It's ideal for apartments, busy lifestyles, or multi-cat households. I can't tell you how much River is obsessed with kitties. She loves kitties. She loves cats. And Nick said, as soon as she is able to change a Pretty litter box, we'll be getting a cat. So right now, save 20% off your first order and get a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/VIAL. That's prettylitter.com/VIAL to save 20% off your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/VIAL. Pretty Litter cannot detect every feline health issue or prevent a diagnosed disease. A diagnosis can only come from a licensed veterinarian. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Chris.
My king.
So good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
Sorry we're not there. We're up at our new lake house.
Period.
Period.
As you fucking should be.
Are we starting?
Yeah, you
We
can
just
start whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we're starting. Gout dick sucker.
I think that's a beautiful place to
Raise
start.
of hands if you're a gout dick sucker. I mean,
You don't have
I mean, I prefer a goutless dick, but I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I am down for an adventure.
Yeah.
If it's your husband, like
So true.
that's what I thought was so funny. Lisa was coming for Bronwyn that entire time, and it's like as if she's like a gold digger with Todd, and it's like she's married to the man for what, a decade? Like what's the thing that we're catching right now?
Sorry, I'm making a weird face at you. I really
Are you
thought I was
gonna
about to
sneeze?
sneeze, and I didn't.
I've never made eye contact
I'm
with
just,
somebody while
I'm allergic to gout dick suckers. Ooh.
But also, I'm with Whitney in the fact that, like, didn't know you could get gout in your dick.
I don't like to agree with Whitney on many things. I was shocked about that one. I too.
Wait,
didn't.
wait,
I
you
thought
don't
that was
like-
like in your ankles.
Well, you can also get it in your knees. It's when, like, all the cartilage in between your, like, bones is gone. So your just bones are rubbing together. My dad has it. Like, it's like an old man thing.
bummer.
Yeah, I knew it was like an old man thing. I kind of thought it was like a 17th century thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it
Okay.
was like still around. No disrespect to your father. I didn't know that was happening.
Chris,
Mhm.
why do you? We're not Whitney stans.
No, I'm sure she's a lovely lady. What I see on
Yeah.
television, no.
Give us notes. What are your notes for Whitney? Like what rubs you the wrong way
Here's
while
the
you're
thing.
watching?
If you're gonna stir the pot, at least own the fact that you're stirring the pot. the same shit that she has gone after Lisa time and time again and Meredith time and time again of finding these rumors, spreading them in the group. She's the one doing it every season.
Fair. Yep.
She does it every season.
Okay.
And she's like wasted every time it happens.
Yeah.
She's taking the fall sometimes, though, not always.
Good. She should take more of the fall. God, it drives me crazy. Like season 3 when they were in Arizona.
Oh,
and she
Blowjobs
was-
for Jazzies wasn't her. That was Meredith.
But she's still... I need to walk in and tell the group as we're all in lingerie and hammered.
Okay, valid.
That's the fucking craziest take I've ever heard.
Oh, that's when Heather pushed her.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Not with me.
Chris said I would too.
Yeah.
I mean, if that were my family, I'd push them too.
Yeah.
That's what family's for. This sounds so toxic.
Pushing her out.
That's what Families for is crazy.
It was good to have Lisa back on our screen after like completely mailing it in the first episode.
Okay, did she look like she went back 10 years or something? Like everybody, I don't know if I was smoking something different, but everybody looked different this episode.
Lisa?
Lisa got her glam makeup team from like 2010.
Yeah.
It looked just a little dated to me. I don't think she looked like necessarily younger. I think Heather's chest is like the smoothest thing since butter.
Oh, I didn't like
hair
necessarily
looks
think she looked like younger or older per se. I just thought like everybody looked different.
She looked like she was going
Mary
through
when
it.
she was talking to Robert. I was like, that's not Mary.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, are these body like stunt doubles?
When Mary was talking to Robert, I thought she looked so hot there.
She looks
Am I
amazing,
crazy?
but she just didn't look like Mary.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
Mary, but yeah,
yeah.
but like I literally said to Natalie when we were watching it, like they would cut back and forth between like Mary talking to Robert, and I was like, damn, Mary's fine. And then Mary in the confessional, it was like the classic Mary where it was like shiny and kind of like I don't
don't understand how after 5 incredible seasons they have not figured out the lighting for these women. I'm glad that they
Yeah.
finally gave them new like spinning clips to show after like their
same.
season 1 ones, but like oh my god, why can't we get good lighting for these women?
Yeah, I agree. Who is your favorite?
You're gonna say Lisa.
Ugh, I mean Meredith Marks is iconic.
Exactly.
I sat next to her at a fashion show at Fashion Week. And oh my God, I mean, I was just showing my boyfriend, like I was getting him into Salt Lake City. So we've been like watching it like from sun up to sundown. We had just watched the You Can Leave. And then I see her in person. I'm like, Chris, you cannot mention You Can Leave. I don't know how she feels about that. You do not say it. And I was like, you're iconic. You're so iconic. But then during the show, she's like trying to take pictures of the show, and it's like she's never been on an iPhone before. It was like the most incredible performance piece I've ever seen. She's like, are your pictures coming out blurry? And it's just like, you need to clean your camera, babe. Like,
How is she
it was
working?
like incredible. Like oh my God, she really is just mwah.
Perfect.
How is she working a turntable?
She's DJing now. We're going to her show next week.
WeHo, yeah.
Oh no, like the
Yeah,
way
we
I'm
are.
DMing her and being like, hey,
Diva.
how you doing? Like, I need to see her live.
Yeah, she's on tour.
The way Meredith like serves nothing while DJing is somehow everything.
And no, she gives
You
it
know?
all. She leaves it all on the dance floor, which is her DJ booth.
Yeah, it's just like it's with someone with that sort of charisma, that sort of uniqueness, that sort of nerve, that sort of talent. Like you don't even have to like give. You can just she's just radiating her incredible aura to the crowd.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous you guys are seeing her next week.
We
Well, you
are
should come.
we are coming on as a special guest to her performance.
To her performance?
On stage?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's that. We're in
Allegedly.
conversations. The request we've been
Allegedly.
asked.
Oh my God.
maybe
congrats.
maybe it'll be rescinded after
This.
after we mention it.
Maybe, yeah.
Nick, I know how to walk the stage if you need me.
I'm gonna see if I can get the whole household to come.
Oh my God, suddenly I'm home.
Chris,
This
have you-
happens,
Our
wait,
cousin
this
is
happens
here.
every time, Chris. Every time he's like, oh, suddenly I'm a fly on this little plant over here. Every time you come, you're like, and I think I'm a part of the family.
And I just
Well, that's why he's
listen,
back.
okay? I know when I need to come home, and today's the day I come home because we're seeing Meredith Mark next week, I hear.
Welcome home, honey. Okay, what did we think of? They're at, first of all, whoever Amy is. The party didn't look that extravagant, and they kept saying she throws extravagant parties.
They threw a party for Salt Lake City.
Did anybody watch Vampire Diaries? Because it gave me like a founder's ball, like a very like small town thing where you're just like, whose house is this? And like, why is everybody like, why is
all
this?
the rich people though?
Yeah,
no, I got that vibe
like it
too.
felt very like convention, but more so like an event, like business event, more than it did like here's a fun party that we're all going to go to on a Friday night.
Convention's a good word for that. I really
Like a
hope they're not like
lobby.
trying to set up Amy to like join the cast.
It kind of felt like that, yeah.
Personally, what it felt like to me when they like showed the picture of her and her husband, I was like, no, please. The roster is full. Like, thank you for adding Brittany. Let's leave it there.
I bet they like teased the possibility to get Amy to throw the housewives a party so they could shoot an episode. I bet they teased it. They're like, well, maybe, like she gave nothing, obviously. She didn't like. She wasn't part of the show.
You're so real for that.
I just feel like if another white blonde woman is going to go on Salt Lake City, it should be the return of Angie H.
No.
Please. No, I'm a stan for Angie H. I'm sorry, I'll die at the cross for Angie.
All right, well, you have to be wrong sometimes.
And I'm fine with that.
Her Nicole Kidman looking ass.
She looks like Nicole.
Yeah.
She's hot. She loves her kids that are like just queer. Like, I'm so for it.
Her elf on a shelf husband.
That too. Who has a Finsta.
Honestly, like, okay, I don't support
That's
anything
crazy.
Jen Shaw did, but she gave us her fucking elf on a shelf husband. And the way I use elf on a shelf now as an adjective, one word is crazy.
Speaking of husbands, what's Meredith's husband's? Seth. I love him when he was drilling
Jared Osmond.
Jared, and you're like, but are you in love? Are you falling in love? Like, was my favorite part.
The Brittany and Jared storyline, like, I feel like has run its course for me personally. Like, it was fun season 5 when it was like, I have an announcement. I'm like, what could this be? But like now it's like, okay. I love that she got at it with Whitney on the bus. That was amazing. I was like, oh, Brittany showed up to work this season.
The fact that she couldn't say like sucking dick, but could do this.
That gesture was so. What do you suck dick? I was like, that's how you set off a firework, not suck dick.
Yeah.
If I may so respectfully say.
Clearly, she's not practicing. What did you think of
not practicing is wild.
Not practicing is crazy. Mormonism, sucking gout dick, you never know.
You just never know.
What's the difference between practicing and performing?
No, performing is when you're putting on a show. You're imagining you're in 50 Shades of Grey, you're being filmed, you're on TV, you're in a movie.
And when you're practicing?
And when you're practicing, it's like, I don't know. Let's just like see if like maybe if I bite it, if that works. I don't
know. Sometimes you need to throw some ideas out there.
You guys are having a crazy time up at that lake house.
No, the lake house is doing crazy things. Spring training.
I have no idea.
Sure.
What are you biting up there? What are you nibbling
Nothing.
on?
I'm starved. Nothing. I'm starved. But no, please tell me. First of all, we have Brittany being like, don't shoot the messenger, but this is what she said about your business, that she compared you to Jen Shaw. And then we fast forward to Lisa pulling Angie, and it clearly is all about Bronwyn. And I respect Bronwyn so much for being like, bitch, just come and talk to me because you're clearly upset with me. So let's just talk about it. Lisa, the bomb that goes off inside of Lisa's body when Bronwyn comes near her, it was insane. Lisa, that performance was
She's all
insane.
Right.
Oscar.
I want to get in a fight with Lisa Barlow. Like I want to get in a shouting match.
You're
with her.
disgusting.
I think we can make that happen.
She's disgusting. She's
Like,
a monster.
The way I do too, Nick, and like that frightens me. Like I feel like being a middle kid with two brothers, my whole life has set me up to be in a screaming match with Lisa Barlow.
It would be so much fun.
Don't get me wrong. Like we're mutuals on Instagram. I'd like to keep it that way, Lisa. But like if you ever did want to get into a screaming match, I'm so down. It does seem really
fun.
amazing. Yeah. Like
yeah.
I
it
love
seems
Salt Lake
exhilarating.
City. It feels like a creative writing class.
It does.
It's like every episode you're like, how could they possibly? Oh, that's how. Okay, got it.
Shakespeare reborn in Utah.
Do you think she came up with the gout dick sucker on the fly, or do you think that she knows that?
100%.
Yes.
1,000%.
She's thought it before. She's thought it before.
She
and was
had
ready
it lined.
to bust it.
Yeah, she had it lined up, but I think she has like Lisa Barlow could be an Emmy-winning comedy writer with like literally like what she has like in the back of her head ready to like throw out on a like I want to see her do a reading challenge on Drag Race.
What did she say about the lawsuits when she was like they come for the top or they go for the top?
No one sues a bottom bitch. They all go for the top.
Like, crazy.
Wild thing to say.
Honestly, that should have been her tagline. I don't know what her tagline is, but it needs to be.
We haven't seen them.
Okay. I was like, wait,
it's
was
just
I
like
really?
a little flash of all of them, and then we carry on. I have no idea what they want to say about
Episode 3,
themselves.
we'll probably get it around then.
I thought we were getting episode
What
2,
if
and
we
that's
found out that one of the people that was suing her that she owed money to was a comedy writer who wrote her jokes for Housewives?
Wow.
I mean, he's
That'd be
paying
crazy.
for an Amex privately. That was crazy.
Yeah.
When they straight up were like, it's in the documents, and she's like, no, it's not. And then they just flashed it up on the screen. I was like, it's in the
Show it.
documents.
No, the editors really always like every season. I'm like, they deserve a raise.
Yes,
like,
they do.
Oh my god, the editors eat.
Well,
They
and
on
have
these
so much
shows.
fun.
Chris, to your point, calling back season 3, like Salt Lake City somehow is always so full circle. The fact that season 3 was blowjobs for Jazzies, which were lawsuits, and blowjobs for paying for Lisa allegedly.
Yeah,
And here we are 2 seasons later, closing the gap.
it's
Like,
all
crazy.
coming out.
Closing the gout.
The gap.
And I will say, I think Bronwyn really handled herself against Lisa, because I feel like I just watched Lisa self-implode in the sense of like, gout dick sucker was like, okay, we're going to the bottom of the barrel. And
No, that was like, okay, so this friendship is over.
It also like really saved stuff for Angie because it was about to like Angie was probably gonna go nuclear on Lisa, and then Bronwyn came in and deflected, and then we never even got. My favorite was when Lisa said that she had gone the distance for Angie, and I was like, was that before or after you said that Sean was doing circle jerks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Literally.
having just rewatched this whole series for like the 9th time, the circle jerk comment still pisses me off that like nobody understood the context in which she was saying that. Like Lisa was saying like that's as if someone said, I heard Sean does circle jerks. Like the way that Whitney was talking about her husband. Like I understood what she was saying there.
I did too, but she could have used any other example, and she went for a
She was like,
specific one.
"Oh, your husband's been rumored to be gay." It would be like if he did circle jerks.
And we just had the rumor of Sean being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, touche. I hear it.
You are right, though. She
Yeah,
was trying
okay.
to make an example.
I know you want to defend Lisa. I hear you. You love her.
It's like she's incredible television. I never want to like go against that. Like that like I'm not in these women's shoes. I can't speak for them, but for television, like I live.
I think it was crazy that she brought up a joke, Bronwyn being like, and I can so hear Bronwyn years ago being like, oh my God, yeah, and when the Amex bills come, I just like suck his dick and then her pulling that out 5 years later to be like, and that's what you fucking do, you gold digging. It's not your money, Amex, suck his dick to deflect. Like, whoa.
That's her husband. Like, if she wants to suck his dick to pay off her Amex, why not?
That was in the marriage contract.
Literally.
And who was it that was like, who likes sucking dick here? And Whitney being like, me.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, me.
My favorite moment. Who sucks dick here? Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Bronwyn's the best. He's so hard to go after because she's like, yeah, no, I suck dick. And then, do you suck dick? And Whitney's like, I suck dick. We all suck dick. And like Bronwyn's so quick to own it. It's really hard to get under her skin because she'll be the first one to be like, yeah, I fucked up, whatever. What's it to you?
Yeah, I was like, even though like she didn't go to college, yeah, she can read a legal report. Like you don't need to go to college to understand what's in
grade.
there.
She can read. Like
she said, I don't need to go to college to read the newspaper. It was crazy.
Yeah.
She ate with that one, honestly. Like I was like, ooh, yeah, you're so right for that, Bronwyn.
She did.
And then my least favorite moment, I just knew from the beginning of the episode that like Heather was foaming at the mouth to tell Lisa that all of these women were talking shit about her because nobody is a better friend than I am to you.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And like those people drive me nuts. I was like, Meredith was standing up for her. Brittany was standing up for her. She's like, it was just me. You know Meredith. Meredith is being Meredith.
I was like, yeah, Meredith was being Meredith. She was keeping her damn mouth shut like a true friend.
But also did stand up for her when it came down to it. It was like, you don't have all the facts. This doesn't sound correct. Never confirmed like everybody else at the table that we all know what's going on with Lisa Barlow. It's in the newspaper.
But I also don't understand. Did everybody not in the group just get mad at Meredith for doing this in Bermuda? Like,
yeah,
it's like, wake up, people. Come on now. Like, we could all be like joining forces to trash Amy's house. Like, we could be dividing and conquering and blowing up every bathroom. And yet we're just screaming gout dick sucker. Come on, let's lock in and clock in.
There's so much power in allyship.
The random man that they were flashing to during the gout dick sucker.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was in pain. He was like, oh, my knee. No, we have Lisa at that dinner or lunch with Heather being like, my life is very different from all of yours.
my
It's
God.
nothing like all of yours.
Everybody knows I do big things.
Heather's like, well, everyone knows I do big things.
What does that even mean?
That is really
mean?
funny considering Heather's business is in a strip mall, though.
But like, well, a
But
now
we all know
iconic
it.
strip mall.
It is an
Just
iconic strip mall.
Put
I'm
some
sorry.
respect on that strip mall,
Shout out
please.
Beauty Lab. We love you, Beauty Lab.
Beauty Lab, my forehead is moving more than I'd like it to. Bring them in, bring them in. What did we think of Whitney's like FBI SWAT team stripper?
Hated.
Okay,
Yeah,
See, this
didn't-
is like
Didn't land.
even when she's trying to serve, it's like she just has anti-serve coursing through her veins, and I
love
mean
her.
that respectfully.
But she's really good at snowboarding.
Woo!
You see her doing jumps.
Look at her.
I just think it's funny that I saw a tweet that was basically like every single time a housewife or like someone on reality TV dyes their hair that color red, they're going through a crisis.
Oh, and it was her and then Whitney from Mormon Wives.
Mormon Wives and someone else.
Okay, Whitney from Mormon Wives looks amazing with that hair color.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
She looks
Like-
so good, yeah.
I like that hair color.
Are you watching Dancing with the Stars?
No.
I did last night, and she
No.
looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, she looks
I'm
fantastic.
snatched.
How'd she do last night?
She did fantastic.
Who were
Like literally, I think she might win.
you think so?
Yeah, I'm
She
like
was a dancer in
TikTok
college.
dancing makes sense, but got snatched after that baby, and
She
legs
put
are
those
flying.
hours in to practice dancing in that hospital room, okay? She fucking step ball changed.
Give us your top performers of the night on Dancing with the Stars. Break it down for us.
I thought Whitney did the best, even though I think Robert Irwin was the top of the leaderboard. I also loved Jordan Childs. I thought did a really great job, and I thought that her her score was not right. And also, like, I don't understand Dancing with the Stars though, because why do the judges give a score if America's going to vote people off? Like, do their scores actually matter?
Not really. The scores on Dancing with the Stars is like a rose on The Bachelor. It's there to just like create drama in a way, you know, like the votes really all that matters in terms of like who wins. I don't even think mathematically the votes count all that much. Like last week they had 2 judges, and like when they have most of the time they have 3, sometimes they have 4. But like
so it's like
I think
just
it
to
just
get in people's heads.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also like it can get voters to react more. You know, it's their way of creating a little bit of drama. It's pretty irrelevant.
Andy Richter stayed and Corey Feldman went home.
Yeah, Corey to go home. How is Dylan doing?
Dylan's the cutest thing ever. I mean,
Yeah.
he really doesn't have to do anything for everybody to be like swoon, but like he does these body rolls and he's just having so much fun. It's very great to watch.
Well, apparently next week is like TikTok night. I wonder what that means.
Ugh.
They're bringing Charlie D'Amelio on, and this week's was One Hit Wonders. So next week it's going to be, I guess, songs made famous by TikTok.
Mm.
Wow, I've never heard such a sad sentence in a hot minute.
I know.
That was a big fucking bummer.
It's like the
Yeah.
Renegade.
oh my god, yeah, like what?
Oh God, not the
God.
Renegade. That's crazy.
Sierra, how's Jen Affleck doing?
Jen did amazing. She's just a little fireball on that dance floor. I do think Whitney
Love.
is doing better,
Ooh.
but yeah, Jen's doing great. Jen's first dance, she was up in the air, being like thrown around and flipping.
She's tinier, so they can like throw her around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who do you think the crowd is responding to the most? Like, because like sometimes the best dancer doesn't always win.
I think Robert Irwin and Whitney.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what I've been
Okay.
seeing too.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, going back to Salt Lake City really quick because I can't
So
stop
sorry.
thinking about this.
You're
not
like,
that
I have nothing to add, so let's go back
Let's
bring it
to
back.
the information
thing
bank.
that I know about. The Blair Witch ending being a fake out.
I'm so happy you brought that up. What in the literal FUCK fuck was that? All we got was flashbacks of how do we get home? And then they wake up all together.
And then Meredith being
Crazy.
like, "Redaction would never let me die."
I live for her. Oh my god, her laugh brings. There's this one video this season that Jen Shaw was. It was the Viall trip,
Mm-hmm.
and Meredith is in the bathtub, and she's And then like it cuts to her and it's the craziest 1 second. I recorded it and it's in my favorites folder. It is like truly one of my favorite things. I'll find it. But
Meredith on the Viall trip when she was like, if I knew the FBI, don't you think I would have called them already?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that. And I was like, oh.
And then when she runs around, who's talking about my husband or whatever it was?
Who's calling?
talking about my family?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's calling who a fraud? Love you, baby.
Love you, baby. Oh.
Crazy Viall trip.
I have a question for y'all. If Jen Shah, because Andy Cohen just recently said, like, I'd love to never see Jen Shah again. If she got out, like, when she gets out of prison, personally, there's a world that I see these producers bringing her and Monica back on the same season and, like, truly, like, letting it go.
That's what I'm lobbying for. But I respect the other women probably don't want to touch her.
Same.
I was going to say, I feel like that would blow up their cast.
And she's, like, a true felon. So, like, I don't really...
I don't think you need to platform that.
Andy's only referring to never seeing her again because he's like, she'll never come and watch what happens live, but she'll definitely be back on season.
I don't
She has to, yeah. They're calling back to her so much already.
Maybe. I don't. Who would you rather see back, Jen or Monica?
Jen.
Monica.
I know, I literally was like,
Monica.
She's in prison with Elizabeth Holmes and Ghislaine Maxwell, but
I just really want them to bring Elizabeth Ghislaine. No.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth Holmes, I really want her to be a friend of whenever Jen Shah comes back. And that's the way I'll like bring Jen Shah back on Salt Lake City.
Elizabeth Holmes pipeline, if she ends up as a friend of on a Housewives thing, is
Salt Lake City.
crazy. If that's
No
like,
one better say that they have like a headache or anything around her.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I got the solution for you.
Yeah.
Prick.
Prick.
Just a prick.
Just one prick.
I found it.
Found it. Give it to us. That's crazy.
And like the face
Meredith?
she's making is absolutely like she is whatever is in her is like combining at the perfect time.
The chemical cocktail that woman is on, I want it
Sign
so
me
bad.
Package it and bring it my way, honey.
Yeah.
Fuck a bath bomb.
Dude,
Fuck a bath bomb. Just give me the bomb, babe.
I will talk about that bath bomb though. I had like one night, I had 2 gin and tonics and I used the Meredith Marks bath bomb and I was like, oh, I completely understand her. Like the way my brain fundamentally shifted in that moment when I was in the bath with that bath bomb, a little drunk. I was like, you could say anything to me.
All of a sudden,
now.
you were like,
I was like, oh, I understand
No one
what's
can hurt
going
me.
on here.
I would love to ask like Heather or any of the Real Housewives how they feel about Jared Osmond now, because I feel like the Osmonds were always like Mormon royalty, and I feel like Jared's just like single-handedly bringing down that
I mean, every
legacy.
family has a black sheep.
He's giving like the Stephen Baldwin of the Osmonds of like, oh, right.
You are
I
one of
guess
them.
You're related.
person.
The other Osmond.
Yeah, I don't really know much about them, only from what I know about the show or like what I've learned
Donnie
from the
and
show.
Marie?
I don't know what that
Oh
is.
my God.
I guess I just wasn't born.
That.
I'm pretty sure you're younger than me, so fuck. Yeah, I don't really know who they are, so like he's pretty irrelevant. He's like, I don't know, he gives me such an ick.
He does too.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
me too.
Foul.
What does he do for work? Does he just
I think he's
Walks
just an
around Utah.
Osmond.
Yeah, like I don't think he has to work, which is personally my dream.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
He's doing one thing better than us. But other than that, I'm like, even just the stuff with Brittany and the we're engaged, just kidding. We called it off, but we see each other every day. I'm just like, I'm in love with her, but I'm not like in love with her, but I'm not like,
I'm like,
yes.
Brittany, I'm 31, okay? My neck cannot take this whiplash. Like, I already slept poorly. Come on, girl.
Mhm.
But she is perfect television. Like, she
She
really,
is.
I was
She's
so
so
hoping
good.
she'd come back.
The hug between her and Whitney.
Wait,
I was like, screensaver.
did you guys see this interview she just did?
Well, I
she
still
was
want
like,
an apology for the dick sucking comment.
Literally. They're like, Brittany. She's like the annoying sister that everyone was like, Brittany, it's not the time.
Yeah.
At all. I'll never
Yeah.
forget Mary's or brunch. And when she's like, guys, this is so fucked up. What about me?
What about me?
That was the moment when I said, give her a motherfucking snowflake.
No,
Literally.
the first
Yeah.
episode when they're like, we're gonna drive past my house, and Mary's like, we could drop you off, and,
And
she's
then
like,
she's like,
you're so cute when you're rude.
Just and Mary's
can
like,
stay.
just kidding. And I'm like, Mary, you were not kidding.
No, did you guys see I just saw this interview she did where she was basically like, yeah, like the girls are calling me ditzy, which like that's true, but I'm not stupid. I read astrophysics just like for fun.
Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know,
love her.
but when we get Brittany on the show,
Mhm.
Brittany, when you come on the show, can we please talk about what astrophysics books you're reading and what you find interesting about
What
them?
you've
I want
learned.
a lesson about space and time and the continuum from you, Brittany Bateman. Please, God.
Wow. Normally, I'd like to sit out scholarly stuff like that, but I'd like to sit in on that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I'm on the plant again. Buzz.
Chris,
Nick has
you'll
something.
like this. I sent Brittany a DM and I was like, looking forward to having you on the show. And she wrote back no, she didn't even write back. She sent me a voice message. 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Does it?
I'm honestly surprised she didn't sing it, but that's incredible. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. Thank
That's
you.
so
Not even
nice.
10
Thank
words.
you.
3
In
seconds.
a voice memo. That's incredible. Like,
In a vo-
that is like
Yeah.
peak me texting.
Brittany and a bow.
I like
good.
FaceTime people just to tell them 8 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just really
Then I'm like,
got
wait, I
there.
have to go. Sorry, I have to go.
I'm dead.
FaceTime someone and be like, hey, I can't talk right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, that's so
me.
nice. Thank you. Alrighty. Got it, Brittany.
Chris, this has been so much fun, man. We love it when you join us.
Oh my God. I'm like, now that this is back on, I'm like, do I have a residency here? Like,
Mhm.
is this
Oh my God, give him a
moment?
Vegas
Like, oh,
residency.
I
Do you
love
want
Salt Lake
a
City.
household snowflake? You can be part of your unofficial member of the household with a snowflake.
Or I guess it's one hand, so sorry.
Yeah. Oh wait, how do you feel about
you.
Angie being center snowflake?
Always don't challenge that one. We don't
Just as it
tolerate
says.
Angie hate here. I write hard.
Alrighty, well, I think we have that answer. I feel like it's fun. I
We
think
love
she's
it,
like,
everyone.
I think she's a good addition. Like, I think she's a good housewife. The first season was definitely rocky for her, in my opinion.
But
then
high
she,
body
like,
count hair was as equally as iconic as gout dick sucking.
I think more iconic, honestly, because you
Yeah.
can
It
use
was
high
probably
body
more, 'cause
count
it's
hair
all
in
simpler.
so many
Yeah.
situations, whereas like you cannot scream gout dick sucker at really many people.
Yeah.
No, you could say somebody
Yeah.
at a
True.
church has high body count hair, but you can't say
And
someone
they
at a
wouldn't even
church
know what
is-
that means. They'd be like, "Thank
Yeah.
you. It is voluminous today."
Yeah.
It's closer
You
to
cannot
God.
call a parishioner a gout dick sucker. That wouldn't land well.
Yeah. High body count hair is like way more covert in the best
Mhm.
possible
Oh,
way.
that is such a read. Like when she said that, I was like, "Oh, I'm locked in."
And she did have high body count hair.
Yeah, Angie can read people to filth, and I'm here for it.
Sniper with words.
I will
yeah.
say Angie's
Mhm.
dress was, I would not say looking like a mother, but work, honey.
I look like a mother.
I'll take whatever you're having, please.
Mhm.
She was like,
Same
I
with
look like a
Heather.
mother. And I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you do.
I said I wouldn't fare well in Utah, is what I learned.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, you do. Come on, girl. Get me an applesauce. Oh,
Chris, where are you touring? Let our audience know where they can find you, follow you, all that fun stuff.
I'm coming to Phoenix, Arizona for 2 shows. You can follow my podcast, Chris vs. the People.
When are you going to be in Phoenix?
I'm going to be in Phoenix October 4th. I have a 6 o'clock and an 8:30, or a 6:30 and an 8 o'clock. I'm really bad with times, but it's in my calendar. So
Perfect.
You'll be
find it
He'll be
on my
there.
link tree.
All right. Go to his link tree. Chris, always fun to have you. Thanks for coming on. Come again, please.
Thanks for
Honestly,
having me.
love
Oh my
this,
God, I can't wait. Like, this is what
We
I
love you.
do
We'll see
in
you
my free
soon.
time. So
Please.
let's record it.
Everyone has their favorites. I'm a Whitney and Bronwyn stan. You know, he likes
too.
Lisa.
Mhm.
Everyone
I
has their
love
favorites.
Angie and Mary.
And-
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love them all. You know,
Mhm.
they're great.
I love them all too. Yeah, I'm like I stand all of them to be honest.
Honestly, Meredith and Whitney and Angie, those are my girls.
Mary and Bronwyn.
Well, we also love Alexia, and she is up next from The Real Housewives of Miami.
Shopping for a car should be exciting, not exhausting, but between misleading prices and hidden fees, it can feel like an absolute maze. That's where Car Gurus comes in. They rank the best deals, verify dealers, and make sure you never pay more than you should. Your big deal, it just became a great deal.
We all know how stressful car buying can be. You want to make sure you're getting the best price. You want to rely on the experts, and you want to make sure that you're not paying more than you should. And Car Gurus helps all the car buyers out there do exactly that. Car Gurus will connect you with trusted dealerships when you are ready, ensuring a transparent and hassle-free buying process. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has more car listings than any other major online automotive marketplace in the US, so you can find the best deal. Car Gurus gives you the control to shop how you want to shop with the tools, information, and data-driven deal ratings you need.
It's no wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows CarGurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with CarGurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's CARGURUS.com, cargurus.com. Well, Symbiotica is for anyone who's doing all the right things but still doesn't feel their best, because true wellness starts at the cellular level. With science-backed, high-absorption supplements designed to travel with you and work with your body, Symbiotica helps you feel more like you. Can't tell you how much Nick and I are on the go. We're constantly bouncing around. We're constantly on airplane, and it feels impossible to stay on a supplement routine, but not with Symbiotica. They make it so incredibly easy. It's these little packets that I can just throw in my purse. I can throw in my carry-on. Nick can throw in his backpack. They're everywhere, and they're so easy. It takes 30 seconds a day to get all the nutrients that you need, and they actually taste amazing.
Symbiotica is one of the most trustworthy brands out there. They never compromise on quality and sourcing. Their products are free from seed oils, preservatives, toxins, and artificial additives. It's something you can taste and feel in every packet.
They have a formula to support your health goals, everything from energy, digestion, immunity, and mood. So whatever you're feeling, Symbiotica has you covered. Go to symbiotica.com/VIALL to get 20% off plus free shipping. That's CYMBIOTIKA.com/VIALL for 20% off plus free shipping.
Alexia, welcome to the show. So excited to have you.
I'm so happy to be here talking to you guys.
Oh, yeah, it's so much fun. We're loving this season. I guess let's just start off. Like, what was it like filming this season? And then also, like, what's it like watching it back?
Watching it back is definitely the worst thing to do because you guys have to remember, we filmed this over a year ago.
Oh, wow.
So in my personal story, I was going through a lot. I feel like I'm always going through a lot in every season, but this was a very difficult season for me, as you guys saw. And then to have to relive it again and rewatch it really takes you back to that place that you were living.
Yeah.
And then I think also between the girls, it's kind of like we moved forward because it happened such a long time ago, but then we relive it, rewatch it, and then we're at it again.
What has been the hardest part for you to relive?
It was that scene where I had that breakdown. You know, I was like to my breaking point.
Yeah.
And, you know, I said a lot of things because that's what I was going through. Those were my emotions, you know, that were high and that were all over the place. So I think that was the hardest thing for me to watch myself having that breaking point.
You and Stephanie had a really beautiful heart-to-heart. Where do the two of you ladies stand today?
We're good. Yeah, Stephanie and I are good.
Good.
You know, I think that, you know, she coming into the season so strong and, you know, so opinionated and so extra, right? I felt like she did a lot in the beginning and she came after me. And that really disappointed me and upset me because I was going through a really rough time in my life. And I felt like she should have been a little bit more compassionate and just kind of like giving me a break. But no, she came after me, without knowing my husband, without knowing our relationship. For whatever reason, at that moment, I didn't do anything. Because, you know, I also didn't want to go with that same narrative that they go with every season, which is like, oh, we're jealous of the new, richer, younger girl. And that was not the case. It's never been the case for that matter. But, you know, I didn't want to go through that. And I'm like, okay, they're going to say the same thing that, you know, we're trying to like take her off the show because she's younger and richer and whatnot. Like I said, I was going through so much in my personal life that I really didn't have time to focus on the nonsense and on, you know, her just trying to come in and take over.
Was Stephanie aware of anything that was going on in your life at that point?
You know, she wasn't aware. Stephanie was not aware of what was going on in my life for me personally, because I just got to know her.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know that she knew, you know, of my story, obviously. You know, I think a lot of the whole friend group knew about what I was going through. And the girls were talking to her and she knew, but for whatever reason, you know, you know, we've come through all that. And like she says, you know, she always was rooting for me and, you know, she wanted what was best for me. And that was her opinion. But did I like it? No.
Do you think Marisol is the mouthpiece for Stephanie, or do you think Stephanie's thoughts and opinions are her own?
Wait, I thought I was Marisol's mouthpiece.
You're the mouthpiece.
Okay, so wait, let me see. Let me go back to that.
Oh, yeah.
So
or do
no,
you think
I
you
don't
are?
think Marisol is Stephanie's mouthpiece. You know, as a matter of fact, Marisol was also disappointed in Stephanie because we thought we were all going to be friends. You know, that's what's so interesting about these shows. Like, you know, we all have like an opinion formed in our minds and in our heads thinking, oh, okay, well, Stephanie makes more sense to be friends with Marisol and I and Larsa. So we thought we were all going to get along and be the best of friends. And then to our surprise, you know, that didn't happen. So I don't think that Marisol is Stephanie's mouthpiece. You know, I don't think they have that kind of friendship. where she would do that. I think that those were Marisol's, opinions and thoughts and what she was, feeling also as well.
When you watch the conversation between Marisol and Stephanie and how Stephanie is relaying what your conversation together at the spa was, do you feel like she accurately portrayed how you felt, or do you feel like she kind of was stirring the pot a little bit between you and Marisol?
I thought she was stirring the pot between Marisol and I. That's why I wanted to be part of the conversation.
Right.
Like, I always want to be part of the conversation. And even like in Seville, when, we had that big blowout in the plaza, I felt that Marisol very much needed to be part of the conversation because it did have to do with her and it did have to do with both of us. But, for whatever purposes, they keep us apart.
Do you think that Stephanie and Marisol, like, do you think there is a potential friendship there, or do you think there'll always be friction?
I always think there's a potential friendship with everyone. I'm very optimistic. What this season, I may not be so much with some cast members, which I'm sure you're going to ask me about, but I believe that Stephanie and Marisol, could have a potential friendship for sure.
Before we ask you where you stand with the rest of the women, Alexia, earlier this season, you dropped what I thought was just a fascinating bit of information about your past, how you used to date a cocaine cowboy.
Not only date him, I married him and
You
have 2
married
kids
him?
with him.
Did you know at the time, like what his business dealings were? Like, I mean, what was that like? Because I mean, it sounds like a
yeah.
crazy time. I mean, I don't know. We've seen all the movies, all the documentaries, but like, what was that like for you in such a crazy time to be married to such a notorious person?
Right. Well, I didn't know that. And if you know him as a human being, he's actually not a notorious person.
Okay.
And he's actually a very kind person. But it was like a family business. And for me, it was very removed from my life because both of my parents were physicians. They were both doctors. I was raised in private all-girl Catholic school. So my life was a lot different from his, but I truthfully didn't know his history and his background. And back in the day, their organization was protected. Like everybody loved him and like the people behind it, which was his family. So I didn't have that kind of family, so I didn't know that existed. So for me, it was a shock when I did find out that
How did you
this
find
was the
out?
man that I was in love with.
Yeah. How did you find out?
Pretty much when they arrested him.
Okay.
Wow.
That's exactly like when
That'll
the
do it.
DEA knocked
Yeah.
on my door and the U.S. Marshals, and I was like, okay, who are you? And they're like, we have, your fiance, because I was engaged to him at the time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Like, do you have any relationship with him today or?
I do.
Okay.
I do. He's an excellent father. He has a very good relationship with my sons and even with myself. I only know the good in him.
Sure,
He has made poor and bad decisions in his life, which he's had to pay for. And unfortunately, so have my children
Yeah.
and so have I. But I only have love for him. He's a great father. I couldn't speak more on that because he's been a great father to Frankie. I have a special needs son due to a horrific car accident. And since that day changed our lives and it brought us together as a family. And he helps me like every single day with Frankie.
That's really beautiful. And I mean, obviously, like you mentioning that you were married to a cocaine cowboy, like sounds, like, wow, like the shock value's there. But, like you mentioned, sometimes families just have to come together like through adversity. Like, can you offer just any advice? Like, I'm sure, that knock on your door, from the DEA was devastating in the moment, but like, how did you push through, right? Knowing, still having a positive relationship with him. He's still obviously a good father. You've obviously been able to make it work.
Yes.
So how have you been able to look past, the flaws and be able to still have that positive relationship like you have?
When you give up that hope and trying to change the person and understand that this person didn't do this to you or to your family to hurt you, then you can move on. So once I understood that he didn't have the capacity to make me happy or to be like the husband that I wanted him to be at that time, and I was never going to change them, then I was able to accept him and see the good in him because I've always believed that, of course, there's exceptions, that there's people that are really bad, but I always want to believe that the people that I've brought into my life and that I've shared my life with are generally good people and they love me. And so I just accepted him for who he was. And I said, okay, he's, maybe keep on making the same mistakes. And it's one way or the other going to still affect me. And I'm going to still be talking about it like I am today, 34 years later. But, I see the good in him. And unfortunately, my son's accident brought us together. And that's what people need to know. Like the families, need to know that the only way you can get through something like this is with the support and love from your family.
No, thanks for sharing that.
Can you elaborate at all? And if it's an insensitive question, please don't answer, but about the accident with Frankie.
Oof. That's maybe we should do that when I visit you in LA, because that's like a whole chapter. Yeah. That's a lot. I actually started writing. Writing and journaling really did help me a lot throughout Frankie's accident. And it was a combination of like writing to God and to just writing, putting it on paper and connecting. Because the only reason that I was able to get through something like this was because of the faith that I had.
Wow.
And I just don't understand how people don't have faith, because for me, it was everything. Like I had so much faith that I knew he was going to pull through. And that's what kept me going. But yeah, I mean, all these years later, that was in 2011, I'm still talk about it and break down. We still think about it, as a family, our life changed. And, I'm one of the lucky ones in our family that we have Frankie with us, and he only brings joy and purpose to our lives. And everybody thinks like, oh my God, I teach him so much because he's always with me. And, he's been able to, to obviously like shadow me at work and just see like what I do every day. But what people don't know is how much he teaches me on a daily basis. All day long, he's teaching me things.
I loved that scene at the dinner table with Frankie and Marisol, where he was just kind of like, you need to calm down. And it's just like, why does no one tell her that sometimes? But Frankie will.
The voice of reason.
And the thing is, since he doesn't express himself so well, because that was one of the, the areas in his brain that was damaged, the frontal lobe and his communication, people don't really know how much he knows. Like he knows everything. He just can't maybe express it like you and I. But he gets it before all of us. Like he's so intuitive.
Yeah.
So it's really like fascinating to see that. I feel like the doctors themselves, that even though they save their lives, the doctors don't really know how well they do in life and how, their life evolves for them. Because yes, they saved their life and they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them. But, you really never know about brain injury. It's so interesting and fascinating. And I think it's just really like the caretaker, the person that's with them day and night, that really understands them. So Frankie and I have a connection. Like I know what he's thinking and saying even before he says it. And same, him with me too. So it's really special.
A mother's love for sure.
Did you think that Kiki went too far with the birthday cake for Adriana?
I think she did. And as a matter of fact, I go to her room and I tell her, I don't think this is a good idea.
Right.
And especially because I knew I was going to get blamed or Marisol.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, and you never really know how things are going to play out, if you know what I mean. So I'm like, you never know if they're going to like put, pin that on me or Marisol. So I didn't think it was a good idea. I do think that Adriana was like over exaggerating and, playing like, the pity card and the victim and the sympathy, because she loves to do all that.
Right.
And instead of celebrating, I see life a lot different than Adriana does. I celebrate life every single day because my son almost lost his life. So the fact, and, I lost my father at a very young age. He was 52 years old when he died. So I see life beautiful. I feel life, like I'm grateful. I love living. I always focus on the positive. I'm very optimistic. So she's like the opposite of me. I don't get it, and the thing is like, I don't get it. So it's like, if you're going to sit there and cry all day about like that you're turning 59 and you look amazing, then you know what, like for you, like I feel sorry for you. Like you need help because that's not okay.
Yeah.
You have to be grateful. Not only for like being alive, for celebrating another year. A lot of people don't make it to 59. So I didn't have time for that. But I do think it was a little distasteful for Kiki. But, I felt like maybe Kiki had to get her back because Adriana called her ratchet. I mean, that's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see your side because like, I mean, Adriana, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, she looks great. I think it was just more how Kiki went about it, right? She tried to be kind of covert about it. And it made it seem like she was trying to like irritate her in a way, as opposed to like just like you, to your point, like
it was the math, it was like she could have been like happy 59th birthday, but she was like, let me make all of you do
Maybe she's trying to get her to like her birthday, right? Like making it like I don't know.
If I'm Adriana, I feel like she should own it. I mean, she's stunning, she's beautiful, she looks great.
I think so. I mean, I think that she should own it, but if you know Adriana, you know that she likes that. She likes like the sympathy, like to play victim. Like that's her character. That's her person. She does that about everything, not only about her age.
Yeah.
So, you guys don't know her as well as we do. So it didn't surprise me.
So is that hard for you to be around since you're just so opposite of her?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like all of us have felt that way, about her because she does bring like that low energy, that negative energy, complaining, whining. You know what? I don't got time for that. And besides that, like I say, my life is so different from these women. Since the morning I wake up, it's different. And I love my life.
Yeah.
And Frankie has taught me to love my life even more. And instead of focusing on the negative, focus on the positive. So I can relate to her. I can relate to her that she's, 59 years old. And this is all you got to complain about? I mean, this is all you got to talk about? I mean, it just does, to me, it makes no sense. I get it. You need a storyline or whatever you want to call it. But it's like, grow up and be grateful and go do some good things. That there's, the world needs a lot of help. So just go do it.
What are your thoughts on the women being so opinionated about their opinion regarding Todd? And has it caused friction with you and the rest of the women, specifically with Marisol?
It has, like I said, Marisol and I have already had the conversation, like enough is enough.
Yeah.
She said everything you have to say. Okay, I know you love me. You're my friend. You have my best interest. And it's hard, because in Marisol's defense, she was by my side when all this was happening. And like a good friend, she loves me. She's protecting me and she has, her thoughts on whatever it is. But, it's been a year and a half and it's like, that's it, like enough about Todd, Todd and I, care about each other. We have love for each other. And right now, I'm focusing on my own growth, on my family, on my happiness. And that's all I want to share right now.
What are your thoughts on Lisa wanting to get engaged to Jody?
I have different thoughts about that. I feel that she thinks by being engaged, might bring her some type of security and stability. And I understand that because I've been in her position before. She has been with Jody for a significant amount of time and they've been through a lot together. So you kind of know, right? I think that she might be like at that point where either we stop things or we move on. And I think for a woman, at least for me, I always have wanted, once, I'm in love with the person and I feel like I want to have a future with that person, I want that commitment. And I feel like being engaged is the first step to that commitment. So I understand that she feels that way. Am I scared for her? Yes, I am. Because, I've been in that position and her whole like past history with Lenny, I think Jody's a great guy and, they can be happily married, but then, there's the factor of the show we're on. I think that these shows are really hard on relationships and you guys got to see that in my personal one.
Do you disagree with the fact that Jody texted Larsa or do you feel like, hey, they were friends? It's fair game for him to reach out to her?
No, I don't like the texting thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Jody should be texting Larsa or Larsa Jody. I've never been that kind of woman, especially if I have the friendship and the relationship with the woman. I like to clear things up with my friend, which is usually the woman.
I would love to hear what you can tell us about the finale and the reunion because we're really, really excited and looking forward to it.
Well, the finale was really strange because when you guys see it, you're going to think that it's like, wait, is that the last episode? Because it kind of looks like it's going to be continued. That's how I felt. And I was in it. I mean, I just showed up to have fun and to be part of like a beautiful party because it was during the holidays. And, Stephanie did a beautiful job, like decorating, like really feeling like it was Christmas time in Miami, which is really hard, by the way. She even had like fake snow. So it was like really gorgeous. And I was really hoping that we were just going to have like a fun Christmas party. But that didn't happen. And there was some fun and there was not other things that we actually found out about that night. So, it's going to be kind of like a prelude to the reunion.
Okay.
What happens at the finale is kind of going to lead on to the bomb that's dropped in the reunion.
I kind of like
so
that.
You'll see it.
I love a little cliffhanger that bleeds into a
It
reunion.
really is. The finale is like a cliffhanger. You guys are going to think like, oh my God, is it over? Like it needs to be continued.
They just released the looks for reunion. Other than yourself, who do you feel like was best and worst dressed?
Because you were fabulous.
Thank you. I kind of feel like it's a popularity contest because no matter what, since online. And I feel like these shows have really changed. Once you have public scrutiny and like trial by public opinion, this whole world has changed. Because, it used to be that you would only watch, see the picture like online or wherever it was. And it was like, all like positive, good comments. And then I feel like even if you look beautiful and you look great, if the public doesn't like you, they hate your dress, they hate the way you look. So, I don't know what the right answer is to say, but I do want to believe that I felt confident and and I felt good, because sometimes you don't. I love that it wasn't like a costume-ish kind of theme, because I felt like our last reunion from Mexico, or one, I don't know if it was that the last one. Yeah, I think so. But the one from Mexico, I think we all showed up a little costume-ish. Not me, because I hate a costume. Not even for Halloween, I like a costume. So unless it's like a sexy, good kind of costume, I don't like those scary ones. But I felt like this reunion, I think the audience didn't get what it was, but it was kind of like Miami sexy vibes at night. They also threw in like the ocean. So a lot of girls, decided to wear blue. Yeah. When I decided it was too late. So that's why I went for like yellow and bold. It was kind of, our mood board was kind of like all over the place, kind of like Miami and our personalities. So everybody kind of just chose a color that they wanted. I think the worst dress, I liked it, but not for the occasion, could be Stephanie. Because that's really not like a reunion look, even though I thought it was a cool outfit, like to go out at night, like in Miami or whatever. It was beautiful. If you saw it in person, it was all beaded, handmade, gorgeous. But I think that it was a miss because it wasn't the place to do it. It wasn't like a reunion look.
So great look, wrong place, wrong time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought all the girls looked great, honestly. I thought Marisol looked beautiful in her blue dress. Julia, I know people are not liking Julia this season, but that doesn't mean that she didn't look good for the reunion.
She still looked
But just because you're not liking her this season, it's like, oh, like they're like it's terrible.
Right.
I'm like, it's so like, first of all, it's not a popularity contest or if you like the person or not. And that's what I love to say about me. I may not like somebody, like I said, Adriana, when I wasn't liking her, I was like, I don't like you, but like, I like your song, when she made the fire song. I don't like you. Like, I know how to separate those two things. So I feel like people need to learn on that. Like they need to, I may not like you, but I could recognize that you did look good on reunion day or whatever.
Alexia, the objective queen.
Yeah,
literally.
I really am. I don't know what I'm doing in this friend group, but yeah.
You know what? Every crazy group needs someone who keeps people grounded. So you can play that role. I guess.
No, but I recognize my own faults too. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said, I felt like this reunion, I felt good, but I think it has a lot to do with like where you are, like inside. Reunions have never been like my strength. I actually don't like them, and but for whatever reason, this reunion, I showed up like happier and lighter. Yeah, so you guys will see that too.
Alexia, I do have one question. I've been seeing rumors in the press, dare you say, that some of your castmates are on the chopping block for next season. I can name them, but I'm curious whether you think any of those are true or if they're purely just like names being thrown out there.
Or if you have any opinions whether they're true or not, how what would you do?
Well, I want to start by saying that I feel that the cast we have now is perfect.
I agree.
And I really do feel that, because I feel what makes it so perfect is that we're all actually real friends. And even though we have disagreements, we've always managed to come back to a better place, have the conflict, kind of resolve it, move along. We've been able to do that. I'm actually scared this season because I don't know that some of the girls are going to be able to do that. And this is the first time I've ever felt that. But with that being said, if it were to me, I think we have the perfect cast because we each bring something different. And I think that we've shown it. And we have such a great group of ladies, and I loved Stephanie coming in this season. I thought she was a great addition. Yeah, some people are going to love her. Some people are going to hate her. Welcome to the world. Like, that's what it is. Like, this is the world we live in. And if it wouldn't be for social media, like, nobody would know, like, what people think about us. Because back in the day, it was only like you would watch the show. And by the way, there's some people I have friends that do not have social media that just watch the show. So their opinion is only, formulated based on the show, what they're watching on the show. Now I have friends that don't even watch the show. All they watch is social media. So it's like little clips. And I'm like, oh, no, you guys can't do that. That's being manipulated. And, it's other, blogs, whatever. So it's like, these shows have really like taken such a turn. And it's so much more difficult for us to do because of that. It creates a lot of conflict, between the cast members, between, your relationships, between it's just, it's like a hot mess. I wish social media would disappear.
Justin, who's on the rumored shopping blog?
Well, I was trying to deflect. You guys got that?
I gotta do my job, Alexia,
Yeah.
The names that have been floating are Julia, Adriana, and Kiki.
Disagree with
I
all.
thought Gertie too.
I think Gertie might have been one too. I hope everybody's back.
Keep
but-
everyone. You guys are incredible.
I think so too. I think they need to keep everyone, and we never disappoint. And like I said, I think we're all at a point that we're such good friends that we are comfortable with each other, and I think that makes it so much better.
What's the rumored reasons, Justin? Because to Alexia's point, I feel like the fans have really responded to this season. It's a lot of people are enjoying it. Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. But like, what are the reasons for these rumors? Are they individual to each cast member, or is it like a shakeup?
I don't know that there's even any logic to like the rumors. I don't know, Sierra, if you've read anything
It's typically
specifically.
how it
I think
goes.
people are just maybe based off the
Bloggers.
storylines.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Past
and I
favorite.
think also they look at I think it's like a lot of the online.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I think it's a lot of the online. Yeah, and it's like the blogs. It's like the bloggers. If they don't like you, they're gonna create this whole like negative campaign towards you and towards your character and your persona. And I feel like what, like not every season is gonna be great for everyone, and I feel like you need to give people second chances and an opportunity. Okay, well, maybe I, wasn't that great, and maybe I did a lot of things or said a lot of things I shouldn't have done or said. But you know what? Give people a chance.
Yeah.
For everybody, it's just like, oh, like cancel them or fire them. And I don't know. I mean, I like to give people second chances, and I think that the world should be more open to that. Give people a chance to prove themselves. Obviously, they do it 2 or 3 times. Okay, I get you feel the way you do. But and at the end of the day, guys, this is like a TV show.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think social
not that
media
deep,
has
yeah.
just taken it to a different level, unfortunately.
Well
always
said,
do.
Alexia. We couldn't agree more. We can't thank you enough for your time. Next time you're in LA, we'll have to have you in the studio.
For
but this
sure.
is so much fun. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, and we're excited to see the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys. Love
All
talking
right.
to you
Thanks.
guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Alexia.
Bye. Thank you.
What a sweetheart, Alexia.
I know. I wish we could have met her in person. I want to hear more of her story.
Yeah,
Like
she's
she
got
seems like
some-
she has so much to unpack, and there's so much to her that
Yeah.
I want to peel back some of those layers.
Humanizing housewives is one of my
Yeah.
favorite parts of this job, because it's so
Mhm.
it's so easy to like talk our shit, and like the way the show edits the show. It's just, but I really like learning more about these women. It's always fun.
Yeah.
I also just love when a housewife is dodging a question and Nick goes, well, wait, hold on. Can you, Justin, who's the person that you were referencing?
Yeah. That was great.
All right. Well, up next, Madison Pettis joins the show to talk about her new movie, The Wrong Paris, which is a spoof on shows like The Bachelor and Love Island, all your favorite reality TV shows. She is up next. Madison, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're
Thanks
so
for
good.
having
How
me.
are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here.
We're very excited to have you. I feel like it's been a long time coming, but you are on the new hit movie on Netflix, The Wrong Paris. We
Yes.
watched it last night. It's a ton of fun. Well, first, I just want to ask you, as someone who obviously comes from the reality TV world, we also have our friend Victoria Fuller here, who's also a card-carrying member of Bachelor Nation.
Hey.
yes.
Whole squad's here.
Are you a fan of reality TV? Like, have you always watched it on your own, or is this something you really had to get into and study for prepping for this role?
I've dabbled in reality TV. I'm not an avid watcher. I don't tune into all of the shows every season, every episode. I've seen tons of The Bachelor, dabbled in some Love Island, and then for this I got more into Southern Charm a little bit and tried to get into that, Southern spirit for this one. Yeah, so I was hoping, how did you guys think we did? Did we make you proud? Was it accurate, traumatizing, triggering?
Here's how I can explain this. When you come from a world, you're sensitive to it how it's portrayed. Like when do you remember the movie Cheaper by the Dozen?
Yes,
back in the
of course.
So like I have 10 brothers and sisters, right? And so when I watched that movie, I was always like, it's nothing like this, you know, like very sensitive to like certain things, you know? So like it's very hard for me to watch something that I know so much about the behind the scenes without being like too earnest about it. I think overall, like, you know, it's just like your character that you play, obviously, like you did such a great job of playing the like, you know, the trope kind of reality TV character, which listen, like some stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, because like, you know, in that world, it is a very narcissistic kind of like social media following, you know, there's a lot of people, like there's a lot of great people you meet in reality TV, and there's a lot of people where you're like, oh, now I'm associated with you.
Yeah.
You know, like now people are going to say we're the same.
They're not flying us first class.
Right. You weren't on a private jet going there?
No. I have noticed that. And like, I don't know how you fly, Madison, but I noticed this for basically every TV show or every movie scene, that the planes in Hollywood have so much leg room.
Yeah, they do. It's because you need the space in the aisles for the cameras and the equipment, camera operators, the crew, the boom operator. Like they have to have space to operate, so it has to be a really nice, spacious plane that does not exist unless you were flying private. Which at least this plane was a private plane, but yeah, when you're seeing people sitting in like 32D, but you just have like 2 feet of legroom, it's like not the most realistic, you know.
I mean, I got to imagine playing a character in reality TV must be a lot of fun. Did you guys do much like almost improv or just kind of goofing around, or was it pretty
So
like stay on
much.
script?
No, our director Janine really encouraged us to improv and play around and have a lot of fun with it, and that's like the best part of making these kind of comedy movies. And she really wanted us to lean into like big, broad comedy, like, you know, go for it, go all the way to like, you know, Bridesmaids. Like I feel like those like movies where there's like the scenes just get crazy. Like our obstacle course scene, like half of that was improv, and you know, the line where I say Pilates baby, where I have my legs around her head in a chokehold, like that was improv I came up with in our stunt rehearsals. And Yvonne Orji, who's like one of my favorite actors, who plays Rachel, the producer, she's from Insecure. She ad-libbed so much just at the table read. I was howling listening to her, and like pretty much everything she improv made into the script. So making those comedy movies is like just the most fun on set. You can joke around, and the more fun you're having offset, the more it translates on screen. So we had a blast.
Is it fun to play a more of a villainous character than a straight character?
Yeah, I've played like the mean girl a couple times now. I don't know what everyone's trying to say about me, giving me these mean girl. I swear I'm a really nice girl. It is fun. It's fun to play something that's not like yourself, and to just like, you know, tap into that. And doing the Southern accent was fun. I've never gotten to do an accent in a project before, so that was fun. And I'm from Texas originally, so getting back to my roots felt good. Yeah.
Did you know? You must have known there was a Paris, Texas. I did not know there was a Paris, Texas.
There is Paris, Texas. It is famous, and there's apparently 22 other Parises in America.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
Interesting. My favorite thing about Paris, Texas is that there's the place Paris, Texas. There's the movie Paris, Texas.
Yes.
There's the Lana Del Rey song Paris, Texas. And there's also a band Paris, Texas.
Is there really? There's also a shoe company called Paris, Texas. It makes very cute shoes.
Oh my
God. Someone needs to
Copyright working, I guess.
Yeah. Can you trademark a city?
Yeah, trademark that shit. I don't know. Was there a lot of nostalgia working with Miranda Cosgrove?
So much. Yeah. I loved watching her grow up. I was super excited to work with her, and I was surprised we hadn't met in our course of our lives, because our career trajectories were pretty similar growing up. But she's like one of my really good friends now. She is an angel and so fun and so talented, and her comedic timing is so good. Just watching her work was hilarious. She was cracking me up, and like it was just giving me Megan from Drake and Josh. It was giving me Carly. It was giving me all the things that I loved watching growing up. So it was really fun to work with her and just watch her play. She's great.
If you were forced to go on a reality TV show, like our lead character seemed to be in the movie, what would be the least torturous for you?
A dating one, or just like any reality in general?
No, I guess any reality in general.
The only one I would probably like do okay at would be like Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
That's probably the only one that I would actually be able to succeed at.
Do you have a dancing background at all?
Yeah, I did competitive dancing before I started acting from like 4 to 8, and then I danced in my first movie, The Game Plan. We did ballet, and now still to this day, I do like drop-in classes. I do like hip hop or heels classes. I don't do it as religiously as I used to. I wish I committed to it my whole life, but once I got busier with acting, I stopped dancing, and I'm like, oh, I would have been so good if I just like stuck with it. Like, don't give up on your hobbies. Keep up with that, because I would have been really good. But I still drop in and do classes. I love it.
At least
still.
you're still doing it, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
No, I'm still like decent. I'm just like, I could have
Killed it.
been on So You Think You Can Dance. But yeah.
Oh my, you could have been with the Jabberwockies.
Would you do Dancing with the Stars if your agent picked up the phone and said, "Hey, we got an offer"?
I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know.
Her official application.
It would make my grandma really happy, so maybe I'll do it for my grandma.
I will say it's just a fun show to do.
It's silly.
Yeah. I've like gone to live tapings and stuff, and like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of like time dedicated. So that's why I would have to think about it, because it would take me out of like acting and stuff for a while you're locked in and rehearsing and getting ready for it. But it seems like they all have a great time.
Yeah, it's like full-time job. I would just want to be snatched.
They do get in such good shape.
You know?
I know.
Wild.
They do. They really do.
Far.
Yeah.
I don't have to win. I just want to watch myself disappear.
You've acted with The Rock before, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you were younger, but like, do you have like a dream, any dream list of actors in Hollywood that like you would love to like perform or act with? You mentioned, working with Miranda and having obviously been in the same circles but never worked together. Like, what is that like to, be working with someone you know so well, who's a huge name? What people would you like to potentially work with?
I have a huge list. I mean, I think I'd love to work with some of my favorite comedians. 'Cause I think, like I said, working on comedy stuff and getting to work with people who are so naturally funny and love to improv and riff and banter and play makes like the set so fun. So I'd love to work with Molly Shannon is one of my favorites. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I think, is the funniest person on earth. I've like obsessed with everything she's done. New Adventures of Christine, I'm obsessed with her. Bob Odenkirk and Bryan Cranston from like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. They're so funny and like had comedy backgrounds, but then I've also done such great dramatic work, and that's what I see for myself in my career too, is being able to do comedy and drama. I think people think that comedy is like easier and the drama like takes all this skill, but like I think they're equally challenging, and comedians are often so good at doing dramatic work too. So some of my favorite actors are like that have had a real balance of comedy and drama. But yeah, just off the top of my head, those are some of my favorites. And I'd love to work with like the SNL ladies that are like, that friend group of like Maya Rudolph. I want her to play my mom. I feel like that would be so fun. Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Kristen Wiig. I want to have like lunch with them, because like they all talk about like just hanging out, and I would just love to like be a fly on the wall for their conversations, but actually working with them would be the dream.
I was once in line with Molly Shannon at Larchmont Wine and Cheese.
Oh my God.
She was like 3 people ahead, and I was like, Molly Shannon. I didn't say hi. We didn't hang out or have lunch, but it was a cool moment for me. Yeah.
She's so funny.
Have you ever read Molly Shannon's book?
Yes.
It's so
Hello,
good.
Molly. Her stories
Molly.
are nuts.
She the thing she talks about with the Mammoth scam is one of the best. She scammed a bunch of people in like an agency, basically, by pretending that she like worked for David Mamet, and she would recommend herself and her friend, and people like believed her, and she got a role in Twin Peaks out of it. It is one of the most like life-affirming stories I've ever heard in my life.
She has taken so many big swings in her life. When she and her friend like ran away to New York and just like jumped on a plane when they were like little kids. Yeah. And her dad was like, where did you guys go? Like, her stories are nuts. Yeah. She's such a good storyteller.
I saw you recently talking about growing up in this industry and whatever, and having your mom be like such a big support system for you, and being like, I think, you hear a lot of the stories of the negatives, but your mom seemed like she was great and very positive, and was like, hey, anytime that I think you said this, anytime that you're not happy, like you're out, we're going home. Like, this isn't something you have to do. What was your mom's reaction to this film in particular?
She loved this movie. I mean, she's always so supportive and, honest with me when she watches my stuff, but she loved this one, and she loved my Southern accent, and she can tell that I had a lot of fun with this one, so that made her happy. And just seeing me do comedy, like she's always just like, you're always just so naturally funny. You've been cracking, like I make my mom laugh a lot. I'm like a pretty funny person. My mom like totally thinks I'm funny. Yeah, my mom tells me I'm so funny, and that's how I know I'm talented. So she got a kick out of it, as she always does.
Did she watch it like the rest of us did, just like at home, Netflix and chill one night?
Yeah, Yeah, she came to set to Vancouver and saw a little bit, and then I brought her to Paris with me when we went and filmed the last part of the movie in Paris because that was my first time there and it was her first time. So I took her to Paris. So she saw bits and pieces in real life, and then we watched it probably a month or two before it came out. So I showed it to her.
I was so shocked by that at the end. I was like, wait, they have to be on a set somewhere, right?
No.
Y'all were in front of the F
We were really in Paris. Yeah, I was so excited. I can't believe I've always wanted to go to Paris. I was like top of my bucket list, and then actually filming something there is so rare. I was like, we're actually going to Paris,
and they're paying for it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So
and filming
cool.
directly in front of the Eiffel Tower was like the most pinch me moment ever. And our last night filming, it was supposed to be filming literally the last scene, which is rare that you film like the last scene on the last day. And we're filming in front of the Eiffel Tower, and that's why we're there. And we were filming an overnight from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And they had paid to keep the lights on. Our production paid to keep the lights on the Eiffel Tower all night because they shut off normally at like 2 a.m. or something. Yeah. So we worked from like 6 p.m. to like midnight, took our lunch break at midnight, and then came back, and it was pouring rain, like torrential downpour. We're like, okay, we'll wait out the rain a little bit. And then the lights just go off on the Eiffel Tower. And everyone was like, oh, who do we call now? And everyone was scrambling, trying to call Paris, the government. And no one was answering. It was 2 a.m. And we were like, oh, we can't finish the movie. Like, we're here to film in front of the bright lights of the Eiffel Tower.
We have an arrangement.
Yeah. And apparently The Summer I Turned Pretty was also filming that same week, their finale.
Wow.
Yes. And apparently they also paid to keep the lights on the Eiffel Tower. And that didn't work out. That's just what I heard. I can't confirm
Wow, the
their
Eiffel
story.
Tower's scamming people.
They were scamming people left, right, and center. And we came back the next day and finished the movie. Luckily, we were able to do that. But yeah, it was a crazy filming experience in Paris.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's wild. Now, as a show that obviously highlights dating and dates, what would be your ideal reality TV dream date?
Oh man, that's a good
or
question.
Or just real date, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Helicopter bungee jumping.
Yeah. Yeah. Do not take me bungee jumping. The worst is when a guy's like, "Oh, let's go on a hike for a first date." I'm like, "Oh, great." We have to like, I have to heave ho. I'm trying to tell you like my hobbies,
my favorite color.
Yeah.
Other than hiking, give me your 3 worst date ideas you've ever been asked to do.
Oh, I mean that's probably the worst because everything else has just been pretty standard, like dinner, drinks, something. I went on a date once and the guy wanted to go to this like breakfast place and we drove like kind of far to go there and it was closed. So that was a little awkward, but like, nothing. I haven't had like too many horrible like out there dates. The dates have been bad because of the guy, not because of the scenario.
The conversation
I've had bad dates, let me be clear, just not because of the scenario.
It was more personality.
For sure. Yeah, it just didn't click. But dream dates, maybe like a sporting event.
Okay. Who's your team?
I'm a Warriors fan.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You're basketball. Like, I didn't even know. I don't even know. No, I don't even know what sport we're in.
Sorry, that's basketball.
Yeah.
That's Steph Curry's team. Yeah, maybe a sporting event would be fun. I love like Disneyland, but that does kind of require like a full day commitment. So that couldn't be like a first date. I don't want to spend like 12 hours with you if I don't know that we're gonna get along. That sounds
you
hell.
have to be in love to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, it's a lot of waiting in line.
It is.
You really, really have to like chit chat.
You
also,
do.
the most brutal ghosting of all time. If you were like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and don't come back.
Leave him at Disneyland. He's just like standing there with 2 churros, like waiting for you to come back.
Oh my God. Just crying alone in the teacup.
But I got you a funnel cake.
Oh my God.
It's so sad.
That's amazing. Well, Madison, it's been so much fun having you on. The movie's great. It's called, for anyone who's listening, The Wrong Paris. It's streaming now on Netflix. Check it out. I know everyone listening will be a fan of this movie because I know most of you love reality TV. And it's just a very fun callback to that world and that space. And it was a lot of fun to watch you on it, Madison. And it was great.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, we have a game.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wait.
We do have a
I'm
game.
sorry. We have a game before we're going to let you go,
let's
Madison.
play a game. Let's do it.
Mary, take it away.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry, I'm still. Okay, so our game that we're playing with you is called Paris, France, or Texas.
Cool.
So we're gonna read you some things that are, Texas things and Paris things,
Okay.
and you have to choose if you want the Paris thing or the Texas thing.
Okay.
Would you rather be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader or a Parisian model?
A Parisian model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would
Going
you
against my roots, but
Let's try something new?
they make more money.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Jerry doesn't really pay.
And it's a shame.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
Would you rather be proposed to at the Eiffel Tower or get free Whataburger for the rest of your life?
Free Whataburger for the rest of my life.
Hell yeah.
That's easy.
That's
I want
easy.
a chicken basket with Texas toast all day, every day. Large Dr. Pepper, the size of my head, in a styrofoam cup.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
Tacova cowboy boots or Louboutins?
Louboutins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather never eat barbecue again or never eat a baguette ever again?
Oh, never eat a baguette. I
Okay.
love
Same.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Hits.
Would you rather have your first date at the Texas State Fair or the Louvre?
Maybe
really
Maybe
similar.
the Texas. They're so similar. Maybe the Texas State Fair.
The Louvre,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Okay.
is also
Really
lots of
crowded.
talking.
Yeah. Well, like there's more art.
Yeah.
You don't think that like the Texas State Fair is art?
If the guy's like really into art and history, then it's just gonna kind of feel like he's like giving me a
Mansplaining?
lesson.
Yeah.
And if he knows nothing, then what are we talking about? You know?
Yeah.
Kind of
If
like
we owned this, I would hang it.
Yeah. Kind of feels like a lose-lose there. He's like, oh, Mona Lisa's smaller. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Louvre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lose-lose. Really good.
Okay, Austin City Limits or Cannes Film Festival?
Oh. Cannes Film Festival.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey or Timothy Chalamet? Timothy Chalamet is kind of French.
Yeah, oui. I'll go Timmy.
Okay. Rodeo or French Cafe?
Rodeo. I've never
Okay.
done a rodeo. I feel like I should.
Fun. So
Yeah,
fun.
I feel
So
like Texas
fun.
Rodeo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather date a cowboy or a mime?
Oh. Let me think about this for a second.
She's like, I never have to listen to him talk.
So that's a
Or
Finally, a man that shuts up. Oh, thank God.
Not a bad.
I'm gonna go cowboy.
Okay.
Yeah. Please banter with me. Do something.
Okay, and finally, would you rather have to wear a cowboy hat every single day of your life or a beret every single day of your life? You can never take them off.
Neither of those are good options.
yeah, that's brutal.
That's tough. Probably a beret because cowboy hats are so cute, but they get on my nerves a little bit. I feel like you constantly have to lift them up to see properly.
And they bump
just,
into things. Like
They do, yeah. They're a
Yeah.
little big. Covers a lot of my hair. I have really bad flat hat hair.
Yeah.
We'll go beret.
Okay.
But I'll have to tell
Okay.
people that I'm gonna have to have a French accent or something to make it part of my personality. Otherwise, just girl wearing beret.
Yeah. You become Emily in Paris.
Madison Pettis is not stop wearing a beret. I don't understand.
Dude, she's trying something. I don't know. She's going.
She took that 23andMe and she's really embracing that French side of her.
I am part French, guys. I am.
She's method acting.
She
Madison, well, does that do it for our game, Mary?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Wrap it up.
funny.
Yeah.
Madison, so much fun. Again, the movie is The Wrong Paris. It's streaming now on Netflix. It's a great movie. Everyone listening, check it out if you haven't already. For all of those who love the reality TV world, which I know many of you do, it's a ton of fun. It's really great. Madison, thanks for joining us. It's been so much fun.
That was so fun. Thanks for having me, guys. Good to see you.
Good
Yeah,
to
likewise.
see you. Come back when we're in person.
Yes, I love that.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, that will do it for today's episode. Thank you to all our guests, Chris Klemens, Alexia Nepola, and Madison Pettis. And thank you guys for listening. If you haven't listened to the Going Deeper episode with Teresa Giudice, it is out, it's available, and is a must listen or watch. Other than that, we'll see you back on Monday. Hey guys, if you loved what you listened to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.